Alright, what we have today is another CTSV, but this time with that Kong performance blower 2650. The Kong 2650, that's a major upgrade on these CTSVs. It's really kind of changed the game with these cars now, because we were getting to the point where we'd really max out the 1900 on these cars. You know, you get, I don't know, around 800 wheel and you're kind of done on that blower. I mean, that's like some max effort deal or whatever. So now with the 2650, I mean, you got guys making 900 plus on blower only. So that's pretty cool to not have to have two power adders. You know, running a lot more boost too. It's able to run a lot more boost. But we're gonna see what this one does. I tuned it previously with a ported blower setup, and it's been running for a long time. And yeah, we're just gonna see what we gain. Alright, we got a couple of pulls out of the way just to kind of check the AFR again, make sure all that stuff is good. I touch it up just a little bit. So now we're going to try to start making some power, add a little bit of timing. I always start a little low on the timing just while I'm getting the AFR dialed in. Just gives you a little more room, a little more margin for error. So, you know, but now we're going to try to make some power. We're making about 19 and a half, 20 pounds of boost. So it should do pretty well in the end. We're going to see. Alright, so that pull we actually did pretty well. Made 850 wheel horsepower on that one. And you know, I'm always talking about the difference of timing and, you know, how that affects power and stuff like that. And you know, so I'm going to show you a difference of this. Is AFR is basically the same, just a slight difference of AFR, just I polished it up just a little bit in one area, but 3 degrees of timing difference throughout the run. And you're going to see the difference it makes. It's a pretty big difference on this one. So overall, we went from 717 to 853. Now I revved it out a little further, but what I really want you to pay attention to is like the gains up here. I mean, it picked up 70 horsepower from 3 degrees of timing there. You know, it didn't pick up as much down the middle. From what I've noticed with these setups, they don't really like a ton of timing in the middle at like peak torque, but at peak horsepower you can usually start ramping it in pretty good. So this one responded really well up top. We may have a little bit more we can add in there, so we're gonna play around that and you know, maybe throw another degree in it, see if it likes it. Doesn't like it, we'll leave it. Sometimes you'll see that you'll get a big jump in horsepower and then you get none. So the engine's is going to let you know where it's happy, and that's what we're trying to find. Alright, so it didn't really respond very much to that last degree, but I will say she's consistent. I mean, peak 853 on the one before, peak 847 on this one, and then torque 704 versus 701. But I mean, you look at the red and the pink, they're almost right over each other. Didn't really pick up anything from that 1 degree, so we're gonna pull that degree out. But you know, these are hot pulls too. These aren't, there's no ice, it's just straight water. So I'm gonna add some ice to the system because it is pretty warm here today, because it's June in Memphis, so it's hot. So I'm gonna get some ice and put it in the trunk tank, and we're gonna see how well that affects it. You know, sometimes that can be another 30-40 horsepower. It just kind of depends on how happy the car is. But we're gonna do that, and then let's see. Alright, you know what? I never take you guys out of the shop, so today we're going to take a little ride in the 240. stock 240, stock engine, and we're gonna get some ice because I was out at the shop. So I don't know how this is even gonna turn out, but let's see if it works well. Maybe we'll do some more of these. I don't really have the right camera mount right now, so I just kind of rigged something up. But yeah, we're just gonna go around the corner and get some ice. And of course, safety first. Got the seatbelt on before we pull out the lot. And here we go. Like I said, super slow. Super slow. But I'm actually thinking about doing maybe a little build on this car. I know a lot of the content on the channel has been like LS based and domestic stuff. But some of you that don't know me personally probably don't know that I've been building 240s for a long time. I've always had them for probably the past 15 years. I've always had at least one. And this one I've been enjoying stock with cold AC and just kind of cruising around. It's got a little suspension stuff, a nice diff in it. But I think it's time for some boost. So I've been piecing together a turbo kit, and I think I'm gonna start getting that going soon. I've been talking to my buddy Cody, Cody Fab, about building a kit for it. He seems down to do it. And I'll probably end up doing a link ECU on it, getting that going. I just got to decide which one I want to do. I might do something simple like a monsoon or something. But I don't know, just some things I've been thinking about doing. I haven't built a car for myself in a while, and I've been out of drifting for a while, and I'd like to get back to it, but this car is just too dang slow. 130 horsepower is just not doing it for me. I don't know. We'll see. I think I need this thing to make about 300 or so, and I can have some fun with it. Yes, you can drift with low horsepower, but it's just never really been my thing. It's never been anything I'm super into. All right. We got our big old bag of ice, so that should be plenty to get this thing cooled down. Got a little bit of ice back at the shop, but I didn't have enough. So got that now, and let's make our way back. So just like a lot of cars that I do with these setups, this thing's got a drain. We're gonna drain some water out into the pan down there. Hopefully we can catch it all and not make a mess. And then we're just gonna make some room to put some ice in there. This one's got a pretty small drain hose, so that's gonna take a while. All right, so that's drained down about halfway. So now we're gonna put some ice in it. All right, we're done on the dyno with this Kong supercharged CTSV. And luckily I do have graphs from before when it had the ported blower on there, which I can't remember if it was a Kong ported blower or a Joker's ported blower, but either way, both good blowers, and it was ported. So before it made 753 and 671 foot-pounds of torque on this dyno. Now with the Kong 2650, made 866 715. So we did pick up a little horsepower when we added the ice to it. Picked up about 20 horsepower from the ice, and I didn't do like a real like deep ice down. I didn't like cycle it a bunch of times, but it just knocked our starting temperature down by 20-30 degrees, and it maintained that temperature instead of rising quicker. So that just helps it out. But yeah, definitely power gains all across the board, and we picked up 100 horsepower. You can't really complain about that. I mean, 100 horsepower is hard to come by with any mod to a car. And if we wanted to run more boost with this, we could. But he wanted to keep things mild on this one. This engine's nothing crazy. It's an LSA with some heads and a cam. So just want to keep it alive for a while. But I think he'll be very happy with this. It's basically making just a little under what it used to make with nitrous, without nitrous now. So I think it'll be good. It'll be a lot of fun and less worrying about filling up bottles and stuff. And again, as always, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel, share it with your friends, whatever. I just want to keep on bringing you more content like this, so just tell me what you want to see.